Hello. Hello. Excellent. We are back and ready to go here for the GP2. So let's just have a little look what this implication this qualifying could have in terms of championship battles up and down the field as we wait for everybody to hop back on. Welcome everyone. It's live! It's alive! Frankenstein's monster. Hey, but we love this little Frankenstein's monster of a video game. It may cause these issues for us, but we could still come back and play it. Maybe, like if EA doesn't do anything, but it sorts out the servers and we get all those things sorted out, then in for the win, right? Could always be a good thing. So here we are then. So we've got Yari, our championship leader, out in front. Let's just get a little bit of the old on-track stuff sorted out. As we look back down the grid, Lewis has switched to the super soft tyres. But I think that'll be alright, because you can choose whatever tyres you want to start on. But in terms of our championship battles then, we've got Scotty Fennell is currently in third place in the championship with 114 points, but and Bob Sada has got 130 points, so Bob's going to need a good race here to catch himself up to Scotty Fennell and score some points. Further down the grid we've got Fradby, who's had a really good qualifying session. He's not far behind Villas, who's not had a great qualifying session, so and he's switched on to the super soft tyres to start this race. So that'll be interesting. Villas going to need to claw back a good result here in this much busier grid than we've had before. So we're hopefully going to have some good racing for you. I'm going to do my best to keep you across all of the action this afternoon. Who else have we got up here? We've got NJ Devil is in third place. And there's no Go to Anxiety this week, who is our fourth place driver, so he can't make it this Saturday. So NJ Devil's going to be looking to score some good points. Oh, as Yari is spun out on the formation lap, and that's not ideal from him, having to hit reverse. Little bit embarrassing for our championship leader there. Sure, it'll be a little bit red-faced, but it's so easy to do with any vehicle, open wheels vehicle, where the grip is so low. And I mean, I should know, I did plant it into the wall, as Rigby was jibing me lovingly for earlier. I did plant it into the wall during a safety car earlier this season in the old F4 races, which if you haven't gone and watched, go and watch last week's F4 race. It was a doozy. Check out your man in 8th place after qualifying. Put in a good result and get up to second. I was pleased with that. As we are now ready to have everybody off the grid. Oh, where's that nice reverse camera angle? I really enjoyed that. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we're going to hop on board then with NJ Devil as we watch all the drivers get off the line. And it looks like Scotty Fennell's got a pretty good start as Yari takes a spin. And oh, Yari is spun and flipped out, and that means that Scotty Fennell is up into the lead, and NJ Devil had managed to get past him, so NJ Devil's got a run, but he's on the outside, as we've got drivers 4 abreast going in behind them, and It looks like Scotty Fennell's going to come out at best. Someone else has gone spinning off onto the grass there, and that's not great for them, but it looks like NJ Devil has managed to get up into second place. Mavs UK into third. Lunar Jedi into fourth place, so a good move from him. As he has a look down the inside. Oh, he cuts a big part of the grass and ends up spinning back around. Oh, and he's taken out Scotty Fennell with him as well, and Scotty Fennell's facing the wrong way and back onto the grid. So a bit of a naughty start from all of our drivers there, as bits of wing go flying across, as we now have Lewis Argyle and Mavs UK going side by side having a look. So Lewis managed to make a really great start on those tyres, as has Villas. Look at Villas up into 5th place already after the madness that was lap 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we love motorsport, as we watch drivers go flying out wide at the edge of the grid there, and now they're having a look down the inside. Scotty Fennell, oh, and he collides this time with Yuri. Oh my goodness, and it's not been a clean start for Scotty Fennell, as he finds himself down now in 11th place, getting passed by more and more drivers. Let's have a bit of a better view, as Kebab is now having a look around the outside. Frabai as well. Frabai gets forced into the wall, and he's not going to have a look, so that means Kebab's going to get past on the inside, and Kebab's up past Frabai, and it looks like Scotty Fennell there as well, who looks like a couple of people are ghosting, and it looks like all of my grid has gone wrong, but it looks, as we watch Frabai here, having a look up the inside of someone, and we've got quite a lot of drivers have dropped out, it looks like, as we're watching on board with, oh my goodness, Mavs UK now having to go with Lewis Argyle, and it looks like Mavs UK is going to get passed for second place. Oh, as he clips, is a little bit tight on Lewis there as he comes around the corner. And now Lewis looks to the inside and he cuts the corner there, and that's not going to get him they're going side by side through the S's, and that is brave from both of these guys. Oh, fantastic driving for Mavs UK to get up into the lead as Lewis Argyle runs wide on that corner there, and we're going to see some penalties come in thick and fast, I think, for these drivers if they continue to go like that, as they go in side by side again. Lewis Argyle now got the inside line as he swings through this next corner, and that's going to give Bob Sada a chance to get up behind, and Bob Sada now stuck in 4th place, really close in behind Lewis. Is he going to be able to make a move, as they'll have DRS on this lap? So it looks like all of that is going to play into NJ Devil's hand, as he makes a 2.7 second lead after just a couple of laps. And you would think that everyone who was going to hold a candle to him was going to has ended up sort of spinning and facing the wrong way, as we watch. Oh, we are so tight. Oh, and almost colliding and not taking each other off. So good driving there from Mavs and Lewis, as we watch. Oh, look at that great shot as we watch Bob Sada tracking in behind, and all of this fighting has allowed Villas to catch up to the back, and that's all going to play into his hands, really helping him out against the drivers around him. So an excellent start for Villas. Let's get a little, as we've got a, oh, we've had a collision. It looks like Harry Cully is out. And Spaceman has collided with Harry Cully, so that they've ended up, he's ended up dropping out. Yuri a big chunk behind, so Yuri and Lunar Jedi are coming out of the pits now, and as is Lunar Jedi, so they've taken a chance to pit onto the other tyres, which is probably quite early for Lunar Jedi. I mean, that's going to be a risk, you would think. Yeah, absolutely. What a mad start we've had here. So everything calming down a little bit, as now we can watch Bob Sada in behind Lewis, and Lewis has dropped to Mavs UK here, and we're going to watch Bob Sada try and have a go. Scotty Fennell looks like he's got past Vivico for 9th place, as we watch Bob Sada cruise up the inside with the DRS open. Nice and easily done. And now Lewis has got to defend from Villas behind, and that's Bob Sada up into 3rd place. So good start from Bob Sada. Let's have a little hop on board with. Oh, it looks like we've got a full course caution. Have we got the yellow flag? The whole track is on yellow. Got a lot of people in the pits. So let's have a look. Villas, a fantastic start from him, keeping it on the track. As I say about, yeah, we've definitely got a safety car out, so it's just not catching up on my thing, which is kind of annoying. But there we go. Such is life. So we can have a little look then, as with the safety car is coming out to collect the leader. Yeah, we can see the safety car on track waiting at the end of the first turn. Let's have a little rundown of where everybody is. So we've got NJ Devil up in first place, and surely we're going to see a lot of people drop into the pits now. They're all staying out. Interesting choice from everybody to stay out. I would have thought everyone would pit now. Anyway, so we've got NJ Devil up in first place, making it up 2 places, and Mavs UK in behind him in second place, also making it up 2 places, with our big front first lap incidents with Yari and Scotty both facing backwards and in the wall. So those are the big gainers from that. Is also Bob Sada up 3 places. We've got Lewis, big gainer from 9th up to 4th, so really excellent start from him as well. But he's got a penalty, so we'll have to have a little look into that. Also, I think he might be under investigation because I think he caused the incident with Scotty Fennell cutting the corner and running into the back of him. Villas, as I say about Villas, consistent. That's what you've got to say about him as a driver. Consistent, and knows his racecraft. So I think we're going to see a good. He's going to be able to do well from this position. Joe Royal in 6th place, up 4 from 10th. So a good running from Joe Royal there. IP up 6 places as well. So Pinnacle in 8th place, neither losing nor gaining from the opening few laps. We've got just have drivers change place. We've got Vico in 9th place, so cheering on the F4 lads as we said we would be. We've got Frabai in 10th. Oh, Lewis is... Who's that coming into the pits? Lewis has come into the pits. Yeah, I'm amazed more people haven't pitted. Let's get that information up. So, I'm guessing people are thinking going on to the soft tyres now is maybe a little bit early. I'm amazed Villas hasn't pitted, but that's promoted him up to 4th place now, with Lewis coming out in 11th, just behind Yari. Scotty Fennell has also pitted onto the super soft, so maybe choosing to just take the hit and do a 2-stop here, knowing that other people are going to have to pit ahead of him. Could play out into his favour. But yeah, I'm really surprised that we haven't seen more people come into the pits and make the most of this opportunity during the safety car period. Let's have a look at the old penalties that people have got. So we've got Lunar Jedi's got 10 seconds worth of penalties, so I think that's a collision and maybe speeding in the pit lane. We've had Spaceman's got 6 seconds of penalties, as has Fradby in 9th place. Hopefully this safety car will have come early enough for him to be able to make up some ground on those behind him and not lose too much of it. We're going to have one more lap under the safety car, I think, as Villas now does swing into the pit. So Villas choosing to do it, but maybe choosing to do it too late here. He's going to drop right to the back of the grid. Yeah, he's going to drop right to the back of the grid. So Maybe he'll be kicking himself that he didn't choose to do that earlier. Lunar Jedi's now got 18 seconds worth of penalties. What's he been doing? Speeding under the pit lane. Oh, he's sped as he's come into the pits onto the soft tyres. So deciding to run onto the soft tyres and try and run that to the end. Hopefully he'll be able to catch up in time for the restart. We don't want to end up another lap behind them, behind the safety car for that, really. So we've got no too late racing this weekend, but so that means Joe Royal is going to hope to score some points. He's up into 4th place, so that's good for him. Villas, who's just behind him, about 10 points behind him in the standings, obviously now down in 16th, but you would think well poised. Unfortunately, he's gone behind all of those people who have stopped. So we are back racing, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like Mavs UK has got a really good run on NJ Devil out of the final corner. Oh, fantastic move from him as we watch on board as they go side by side. A little touch there, and Mavs UK has got through as a little touch on NJ Devil, and that's going to give Bob Sada a run on NJ Devil as well, is it? Is he going to be able to make a move down into the 4th corner? And he's not going to be able to do so. Almost running into the back of NJ Devil. It looks like further down, Pinnacle has managed to get... Oh, Pinnacle and IP collide, and IP ends up losing out the place to Pinnacle there, and ends up back in 6th place. Behind us, we've got Lewis is having a little battle with Frabby, and Frabby gets past Lewis there, and a nice move, a really good, solid bit of driving there to get past in that section. Excellent driving from Frabby. Let's have a little look further back up the standings, as it looks like Mavs UK has managed to put out a bit of a gap to NJ Devil. So maybe NJ Devil didn't have his tyres turned on properly. Who knows? As Frabby and Lewis's battle continues. And that means Frabby gets spun. And that's a nightmare for Frabby, but promotes Kebab up into 10th place. So good news for him. No one wants to win from spinning though. Mavs has managed to break that second toe from NJ Devil ahead of him. So good moves from Mavs. Let's get the old penalties up, because that's going to have the most impact until the pits come again. And it looks like Joe Royal has managed to get past Bob Sada here. So a good move from him. And not great for the for Bob there. And behind, Yari and Lewis is getting past IP as well. So Yari up into 6th place now after that nightmarish start. The safety car has helped him out as Mavs UK gets a 3-second time penalty up the front, and he's going to need to start really pushing it, as Bob Sada also gets a 3-second time penalty. So those drivers going to have to try and break the gap, as Yari gets past Pinnacle here and makes a good move into that turn, and going to hope that he's not going to have DRS on this return. So now Pinnacle is under pressure from Lewis, and they come off the corner with Lewis really pushing, but Lewis got a 6 seconds worth of time penalties now, and that's going to really hurt him. He's going to need to get past Pinnacle here, and you see him pushing, using up his batteries. He gets past, and a good move from Lewis. We're going to see Pinnacle Pinnacle and Lewis going side by side. Who's got it? Oh, they're really close to each other. Oh, they touch there, and Pinnacle is going to get the space around the outside. So you've got to be really careful coming through that third corner, as they're still neck and neck. Who's going to get it going into this turn? Oh, such close driving. I think they touch again, and that means, IP behind has gone off onto the grass, and that's allowed Kebab to catch up. And we watch IP just running a little bit wide, and Kebab is right on his tail. Scotty Fennell right in the hunt behind these guys here, and we said there was going to be great racing today, and it is not disappointing. Penalties are going to be so crucial, as Lewis is now on 9 seconds worth of penalties, and I think we're all fearing that that's how the race is going to go early on into tomorrow. As we watch on board with Joe Royal, who's really close in behind Bob Sada, and he's kept it clean so far, Joe Royal, so good moves from him. But it doesn't look like it's going to be close enough, as behind we've got Kebab going past IP, so Kebab has managed to get a better run on IP out of the exit there. Rocker is cheering on Bob, as it looks like Bob has managed to get past Joe Royal again, so Bob back up into third place, so good move from here. Scotty Fennell now past IP as well, so oh my goodness, action all over the track. We've got 3 drivers drops out now. Lunar Jedi 18 seconds off the pace now at the back of the grid, so not going well for Lunar Jedi, as we ride on board with Yari is really close in behind Joe Royal now, and you would think that Yari is going to make quick work of these 2 drivers, but obviously he's going to be hampered by the fact that Joe Royal is going to have DRS on Bob Sada. So Yari with 3 seconds worth of penalties to serve 2. Lewis now got 12 seconds worth of penalties, so not great for him. He's going to really suffer, as we watch Yari have a little look up the inside of Joe Royal, decides against it, but you can see how close he is behind. Oh my goodness, such tight racing here, ladies and gentlemen. We have been treated to an absolute stonker of a Grand Prix. And is Yari going to be able to get the run on Joe Royal coming out of this final turn up this massive long straight? It's so long that if you get a good run out of the last turn, you can get real good pace, as we watch Yari move to the inside, and he's gonna get it done despite the fact that Joe Royal has got DRS from Bob Sada ahead, and Yari swings around the outside, leaving room. Nice and coolly done. Excellent drive-in from Yari there. Fantastic drive-in, and now he's going to chase down Bob Sada for third place, and who'd have thought that when we saw him spinning off the grid on the first lap. Maybe he was just wanted to give himself a bit of fun this afternoon. As we watch Scotty Fennell now having a little battle with Pinnacle, and he's ended up losing out a place to Pinnacle there, I think, and or not managing to get the overtake done. And now he's going to have Yuri all over the back of him. Now I really want Ari from the F4 to come and join the GP2, so that when he and Yuri and Yari are all having a fight, I can talk about the Yuri challenge. As we watch Yuri Cakes swinging around the outside of Scotty Fennell. Beautiful move there from Yuri. Fantastic driving. Now Scotty's going to have a little look back up the inside as they swoop through that tight hairpin. And this is one of the sectors that I really don't like. Such a small amount of grip as you're trying to really hammer the car through there, because you can't have too much, as you've got to get a good bit of lick of pace going as you go up the straight here. As we watch Villas has made some really good recovery up into 8th place, and now he's going to have a look on the back of Scotty Fennell. So I may have questioned Villa's decision to come into the pit so late, but proving me wrong with a fantastic bit of driving back up into 7th place. Excellent work from the driver there. Fantastic driving. Now he's right in behind Yuri. He's going to have a little look up the inside of Yuri. into that corner, and he's going to end up on the grass, and he's going to maybe lose out a place there to Scotty Fettel too, and a little bit too greedy, and he's going to now be forced around the outside, and that's going to give Vivico a good run behind him, and Vivico putting in a good shout for the old F4 boys in 9th place, and keeping it clean so far. No penalties, so excellent driving from him. Yari is now up into 2nd place, so we've been distracted with some fantastic driving, and Yari is up into 2nd place. As Mavs UK comes into the pits, I think getting a time penalty there, and he's going to have time to serve. Joe Royal now moves up into 2nd place. Lewis really close in behind him. Is he going to be able to have a move as Yari now moves up into the top spot? And Lewis makes the move stick on Joe Royal, so excellent driving from him. He's got to claw back 15 seconds worth of penalties though, so Joe Royal can just stick in behind him, I reckon. Cool it out, chill, enjoy. We've got Villas now with 5 seconds worth of penalties up into 5th place. Yuri in 4th, Joe Royal in 3rd. And Bob Sada back down in 9th after all of the stops. Joe Royal still yet to stop, so Joe pushing these Red Wall tyres really late into the Grand Prix. With 6 laps left to go, he's going to have some work to catch up on where he is with after the safety car. I think the decision not to pit under the safety car for all those other drivers earlier on is coming back to haunt them a little bit. If you look at Mavs UK, he's going to have to catch up 5 seconds on Spaceman. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes at the end of the race. We've still got 5 laps to go, of course, as we watch Villas now move up into 3rd place. And Joe Royal come into the pits. Oh no, Yuri is stuck in behind him, and that's going to be so slow for Yuri as we wait for the mechanics to sort it out. Oh no, he needed to wait, and he hasn't, and he's ended up costing himself so much time in the pits there. Oh, nightmare. So that means Bob Sada now moves up into 6th place, NJ Devil in 5th, Mavs UK in 4th. And he's got a big old gap to overhaul to the drivers ahead. So how are these guys who have pitted late going to be able to handle this? Joe Royal has pitted now and is on in 7th place. So he's managed to make that work nicely. Let's have a little look at how everything's worked out. Well, yeah, I think Villas, if you'd have pitted earlier, mate, you could have been 2nd or 1st in this race. You know, even just 1 lap earlier, you would have come out ahead of all those drivers who had already pitted. And I think he's going to kick himself when he thinks about that race later on today. The one that got away, maybe, as we now watch. Have a little look at the penalties. Lewis, 18 seconds worth of penalties. So Villas has got to stay within that gap. Mavs UK is also within that gap, so these guys are going to get promoted anyway. So maybe not too much of a downer for him. As we've got little gaps opening up all around the track now, and it's all going to be about getting the old calculators out, folks. How much of a gap have we got between everybody? So 8 seconds worth of gap is going to drop Mavs UK down into 7th or 8th place, 7th place I think, because all the drivers behind have got big old penalties to serve. Joe Royal, having kept it clean, if he can use those fresh tyres to catch up to the back of the drivers ahead, he's going to be in a good position. Watch NJ Devil now getting close to the back of Mavs UK as well. It's down the back of the grid, Frabai getting past Vivico for 13th place. So Vivico must have made a mistake somewhere to have dropped back out of the points. Or maybe pitted. Watch a lovely crane shot of NJ Devil here. Lewis is going to be under threat of getting disqualified from this race altogether with 18 seconds worth of penalties to serve. So he's going to have to try and keep it clean in the last few laps. As we watch big old gap he's got back to Villas, but Villas is not enough. It's not enough at the moment. It's going to be enough to keep him ahead of Mavs UK though, because Mavs UK has got 11 seconds worth of penalties to serve, which is a bit of a killer. One of them will be for speeding under the safety car. No, it would be speeding in the pit lane, I would imagine. And NJ Devil behind him is probably just going to sit in there for the end of this. So remember, drivers will start the sprint race in reverse order from where they finished today. As we watch Pinnacle close in behind Scotty Fennell here, and both of these guys have got 8 seconds worth of penalties, so this is going to be an on-track battle to actually follow. So thanks guys for keeping it interesting. And Pinnacle with the softer compound, you would think is going to make is going to be able to get this done relatively quickly, as long as he keeps it clean. I would have got a warning for cutting the corner there. As we watch him swing round the second part of the S's, and you just got to find the right moment to get your foot back in there and really just have confidence in the car that it's going to stay. As we watch them swing now into this section where, again, such low downforce, especially following a car ahead of you. You've got to get the car down to such low slow speeds, time and time again. And now up onto the long main straight here. I think we managed to get a good enough run on Scotty. He's got the DRS now. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Looks like Scotty's just got the pace through the final sector there to keep ahead of Pinnacle. So we've got, I mean, that's really the only battle out on track as we have a little look down the old stand-ins. So this is going to help Villas out in his battle to move up from 8th place in the standings. Joe Royal down in 7th place. Of course, they'll then start the sprint race in reverse order. So. All is not lost for Joe Royal in that fight there. A 10-point gap to overhaul for Villas. This is going to really help him out. We've got NJ Devil in that battle as well, in 5th place, both in the driver standings and in the Grand Prix today. So that's going to. He's done an okay job there. He's going to stay ahead. He's definitely going to stay ahead of the two drivers that he's battling there in the sort of battle for 5th. It's going to help them close up on the Go Up Anxiety, who, as we've said, is not here this weekend. But Bob Sada and Scotty Fennell's battle. Bob Sada 16 points ahead in that fight, and it looks like he's going to improve that gap today, so a good recovery drive from him, having had some issues. Well, no, a good solid drive from Bob Sada. Up to 3rd at one point, I think. Made some poor choices with not pitting under the penalty safety car. Why did people not pit under the safety car? I'll never understand it. You've got to do it while you can. Look how it's helped Villas out. Could have helped everyone else out in the same way. Making up 15 places, I think, undisputably driver of the race here. Now with 6 seconds worth of penalties to serve. So he's got to stay within 12 seconds of Lewis. Looks like Scotty has got past IP. Yeah, Scotty has got past IP down the DRS straight. So Scotty Fennell up into 8th place, and it looks like Pinnacle, well, must have made a mistake somewhere because he's dropped back down behind Kebab, who has got 20 seconds worth of penalties. I mean, I'm not going to be able to work out all of these positions until the game does it for us at the end of the race. So we're just going to have to trust the technology, folks. My mental maths was never all that. As Yari has come across the finish line to take the win. Lewis will now come over the line in second, but I don't think he's going to keep that position. As my TV threatens to shut down. No, Villas is going to get second place. What about Mavs? Is Mavs also going to be able to overhaul him? Not with 14 seconds worth of penalties, I don't think. So that means Mavs drops behind NJ Devil and Bob Sada. So and Joe Royal. So Mavs ends up in 7th place after all of that happens. So there you are, folks. The importance of keeping it clean really helped Joe Royal out there, up into 6th. And Villas up into 2nd place. So a fantastic result from Villas, keeping it as clean as possible. Vivico comes over the line in and he jumps up because he's kept it clean. So there we are. Look at that. The importance of having a clean race. Moves up into 10th place because of that excellent work from him. Well, what a fantastic opening race. And even if the sprint race is a boring procession, what a brilliant and enjoyable bit of driving we have just had there. Ladies and gentlemen, the quality there is absolutely outstanding. And I wholeheartedly agree with the game for once that our driver of the day needs to be Villas. He drove it brilliantly, kept it clean, kept it on track, did what he needed to do, and ended up with a podium behind Yari. I mean, Yari, incredible work to get back up onto the grid, up onto the podium, up onto the top spot after spinning on the opening lap of the race and ending up in the barrier. Scotty Fennell followed him to face backwards a short while after, as we try and bring you the final race result. We've got Yari, our race victor, taking the maximum points so far for the weekend, but Villas up from 18th to 2nd on the grid, goes into 2nd place. Lewis Argyle is in 3rd place. NJ Devil in 4th, Bob Sada in 5th, Joe Royal in 6th, Mavs UK in 7th, Scotty Fennell 8th, IP in 9th, Vivico in 10th, Pinnacle 11th, Yuri in 12th, Kebab in 13th, Fradby in 14th, Spaceman 15th, Lunar Jedi 16th. It's Epic Lad, Depakwe and Harry Cully all DNFing. So they'll be hoping to get a good result from the return leg. And, well, I mean, just look what happens when we get a great grid packed full of excellent drivers. Fantastic. Looks like, folks, there's something gone wrong with the old. Yeah, look, we've got loads of AI drivers. I put everyone in the wrong grid order. It hasn't corrected the grid order. That's the problem. It's raining already. Oh my goodness. Well, the game has not corrected everyone's position. And when we talk about the technical errors being mechanical issues, I don't know what this would equate to in the world. As we now sit on board, we watch the green light, the red lights build up. They go out, and we're off. Mads UK has got a drive-through penalty for jumping the start here, and Yari is going to let people past, drop down to 8th place. Oh, someone's off into the wall at the back. Oh no, someone's off, smashed into the wall. I think his Epic Lad has smashed into the wall. No, who was it? We've got Scotty Fennell out the back. Mavs and Scotty Fennell both DNF'd from the session. Someone else is going into the wall at the back there. Oh, this is not what we want to see. We've got a VSC out. Oh, and Lewis is out of the session. Luna Jedi right down the back. No, who's that right down the back? That'll be Scotty Fennell's car coming back round. So Fryby out front after the virtual safety car. Yeah, it's not. But you're right. It's not been great on both starts. As we get racing again, but I think everyone's confused about what's been going on with this second one, because there was talk in the Discord chat about restarting. Restarting the race and everyone getting into the right positions, and then doing a rolling start from there. As we watch, Yari is blocked out and gone around the back there. And now he's watch VV car. I mean, I don't know what's happening, guys. I really don't know what's happening. I would love to explain what has gone on, but I cannot. The grid didn't correct itself. I think everyone thought they were going to get into the right grid order, and then we've ended up with madness. We're migrating hosts. IP has left the session. Harry Cully's letting people past. I don't know, is he letting people past? Is that a ghosting car? Joe Royal. Oh, it's because he did custom grid, of course, when they had to reset. They wouldn't change the grid. Well, I'm guessing we've got going now. Doesn't look like the rain's got any heavier. We've had a lot of people drop out. Okay, right, we're gonna do a new one. We're gonna do a new one. Let's talk of doing a 25% race. I won't report that one. I've received an invitation from Yari, so I will be back very soon, folks. Okay, we are ready. We're going to do a 25% race, folks. Everyone's been told to ready up. So that's this is going to stand as our sprint race. The drivers will have to pit again. Now everyone is in the correct grid for the second one. And we are off. And Scotty Fennell has managed to get a good start there. Mavs UK right in behind him, and Bob Sada in third. Having a look at the inside as NJ Devil also trying to keep those tyres warm but not get taken out, and he's, someone gets spun behind him. Joe Royal has managed to make it through behind Bob Sada. Villas into 5th place there. Yari has dropped down a place into 9th, and he's now battling. Oh, and he's dropped right behind Harry, IP. All having a look up the inside, and Harry Cully having a little battle there with IP, and he's ended up off on the grass, taking IP with him, and going to get through. I think the stewards are going to be very busy after today's race. They're going to have a lot of things to sort through. As we watch up by in behind Kebab, as he's gone running wide there, and there's Bob Sada and Mavs UK with Joe Royal right behind them. So really close battle opening up. As Kebab is having a look at the inside of Villas, and just not, you're not going to get a move done there. Just not enough space, and really close in behind Villas now though, and he runs wide there, and he's going to get a warning for that. And it's all very well being fast, but you got to keep it clean. As Villas cuts to the inside, Kebab's slipstreaming him there, but no DRS as of yet. And and Villas ends up running, making a mistake into the corner, and Kebab gets past nice and easily there. So Kebab up into 5th place. Villas having a look and trying to come back down into the next bit, and he gets a clonk there, and he ends up dropping right back down, and a whole load of host of drivers make it through. And unlucky there from Villas as we watch on board with Yari in the middle of a battle here, as Kebab becomes the first person to get a time penalty, a 2 penalty in this instance for cutting corners. We've got Fra by really close in behind Yuri in the battle for 6th place. Yari tracking behind them, Harry Cully in 9th there. Villas dropped right down to the back of the grid after that that mistake, And Mavs UK setting a best sector, fastest lap, has managed to get himself up within a second of Scotty Fennell, and that will come into operation at the end of the next lap. So good move from him, good work from him, closing the gap as he just drops back outside of it. And Joe Royal in behind Bob Sada, putting in some good time from him as well. So good work from Joe Royal. Got Frabai with Yari really close behind him, and those guys still really close in behind Yuri as well. As Frabai goes running wide there, he's definitely going to get a warning for that. And he's having a look down the inside into this sector here. Makes a good move up the inside, and he's going to get it done, and that's going to give Yari a run maybe. Yari has a look around the outside, and a good move. Yari gets it done as well on Yuri there. So the Yari-Yuri battle, Yari puts to bed pretty quickly this time out, as now he's got to make his way past Frabai. And this lap they do indeed have DRS now, so he's going to close that gap in. As Yari is swooping side to side, trying to make second guess, ends up running deep into the corner and ends up back down in 8th place. So a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes from Yari this weekend, as Mavs UK has made a move for first place. Mavs UK and Scotty Fennell side by side. Mavs UK is going to have a look around the outside. Scotty Fennell's got the inside line, and now Mavs UK is going to have the inside line into the next corner, but he's not going to have the run on Scotty Fennell out of that corner. So good defending from Scotty Fennell, and Mavs UK really trying to get that move done. Let's see if he can get it done onto the next lap, as he gets a penalty, and it's a 2-second penalty for Mavs UK. So it's going to play into Scotty Fennell's hands as Mavs UK goes swooping around the outside. Oh, nicely done, and he got the extra power and the DRS up that back straight to get it through that corner there. So really well done from Mavs UK. Now he's going to have to try and build up a 2-second gap on Scotty Fennell, who's now got Bob Sada, his teammate, right in behind him as well, as these guys try to cut to the inside to try and create a gap. Joe Royal in behind, just within the seconds gap, so that will help him in his battle with Kebab, who does have a set penalty. Let's get some so Kebab and Frabai up 8 places each, so that's really good work from those guys. And now Kebab's really close in behind Joe Royal as well. The tyres, everyone started off on the softs. I think Kebab has just set a new fastest first sector, or someone has. And it's really fantastically close driving here from everyone. We're 5 laps into the race now. Bob Sada gets a penalty as well, so let's get the old penalties up as we have a look. Going to need less mental arithmetic required to sort out these penalties today. We watch Scotty Fennell run a little bit wide there, and that's going to allow Bob Sada to have a run on him up the main straight. Scotty, and he gets a little bit of oversteer on the way out, and that's going to really allow Bob Sada to get a run on him, surely. And yeah, you can see how much of an overspeed he's got. He's overtaken already, and he's going to get the move done for second place. And Scotty Fennell claps right back behind him to try and catch the slipstream again. And doesn't want to lose any time to Joe Royal behind him. So a good move there from Bob Sada up into second place. But as long as Scotty Fennell can keep it behind them, then they'll do okay. Kebab is now having a go at Joe Royal, and gets around the outside. Excellent work there from Kebab to get up into 4th place. So brilliant driving from him. And he's now got Scotty Fennell to track down just outside a second outside him as Lewis goes past Vivico. I think Vivico must have made a mistake as we watch NJ Devil run wide behind, and that's going to allow Harry Cully to get onto him. Oh, a little... That's very naughty from NJ Devil there, as he pushes Harry Cully a little bit towards the wall. Further up we've got Yari, really close in behind Frabai. And a little DRS train opening up here. Who's got the head of it? Pretty much got everyone in it. Kebab has got DRS, as we watch Yari having a look, and that's Frabai having a look on Joe Royal, and he gets the move done there, and Joe Royal ends up with Yari all over him. A little bit of an oversteer on the way out of the exit, and that's going to allow Yari to have a run up the outside, and he's going to get the move done before the corner. So a couple of mistakes there costing Joe Royal big. Bob Sada has now got a 2-second penalty, but is back past Mavs UK. So Bob Sada now up into 1st place. So not back past, but is passed for the first time. Bob Sada up into the top spot. Scotty Fennell in 3rd with Kebab right behind him. Has Scotty Fennell got some damage or anything? I don't know. I can't see. Doesn't look like it. Kebab has now got 4 seconds worth of penalties. That's really going to hurt in this traffic queue. As we watch Frabai and Kebab, Frabai ends up getting clipped and running wide, and now he's got pushing Yari wide, and Kebab now got 6 seconds worth of penalties, so he might have got the move done, but his aggression needs to be cooled a little bit in order to keep the track positions. As we watch Yari having a look up the inside, really trying to squeeze the car in there, and wheel-to-wheel, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact with the 2 drivers, but Frabai manages to hold Yari off. As we watch, Kebab has gone off the track there, and he's cut the corner, and he's now got 10 seconds worth of penalties. So making a few mistakes, that's going to drop him right back out of the points, unfortunately for Kebab. Scotty is still going to maintain the win in this Grand Prix with his clean bit of driving. So we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. And I think it's going to make them pit for this race, I don't think. Alright, they're just going to do it without pitting. As we watch Frabai and Kebab having a little battle, and they've managed to Frabai's managed to get past Kebab there, up into 4th place, and Yari gets past Kebab as well, and Kebab is going slowly, and Kebab has just dropped out of the race, and Yari now promoted up into 5th place, but within 2 seconds of Frabai, so he'll move up and get a good result again. UK back up into the lead. So in all the battles that have been going on further down the grid, we've clearly neglected this fantastic fight for 1st place. As we ride back on board with the 2 drivers here, and Frabai has passed Scotty Fennell behind. Frabai has managed to get past Scotty Fennell, and now Yari is really close on the back of Scotty Fennell as well. And Frabai is through, but he's now got 4 seconds worth of penalties, so he's going to have to try and build a gap as we join back up on this battle for 1st place. we watch behind Yari and Scotty Fennell going side by side, and Yari not managing to get the move done there. Still behind Scotty Fennell as he comes round onto the start-finish straight. As we watch our leaders battle each other. Wonderful train of cars. As we watch, we'll have a little look and decide against it. The same for Yari and Scotty Fennell. Some fantastic driving from the guys today as we come on to the last lap. NJ Devil now gets a 2-second time penalty in 9th place. He's now on 8 seconds, and Luna Jedi gets past him. Yari really close in behind Scotty Fennell, but even if he gets the move done, he's not going to get the place because Scotty's kept it clean. Bob Sarda now gets 4 seconds worth of penalties, and that drops him out of contention for the race win. So Mavs UK is going to be our victor. What is he? Is he? Yeah, he is. Sorry. Scotty Fennell will get 2nd place if it stays like this, as the fireworks go off in the main grandstand. The drivers swoop through for the final time. Mavs UK crosses the line and takes the win. Bob Sarda in 2nd place, Scotty Fennell in 3rd in the end, Frabai in 4th, Yari in 5th, Joe Royal 6th, Yari 7th, Lewis in 8th, Luna Jedi 9th. Villas will come across the line in 10th. Vivico passing NJ Devil on the last lap, gets 11th place, NJ Devil 12th, and Pinnacle will come over the line in 13th place. So several drivers DNFing over the course of that race. Well, what a hectic and madcap afternoon of racing. I think the madness of the servers has gone to the drivers' heads somewhat. But you know what? It's led to some brilliant, fantastic on-track action and really, really enjoyable racing between all of the drivers here. I think I'm going to give my driver of the weekend to Bob Sarda, keeping it consistent, keeping it solid at every opportunity. So really, really well done to him. A 6th and a 2nd. But you know, just kept it as clean as possible. Did really, really well. Really consistent there. Big shout out to Mavs UK as well for that victory, which I'm sure he'll be thrilled with. What a brilliant bit of driving we've had here. As I say, it will all depend on what the race stewards have to say about it at the end of the race. Madness that occurred on track today will give them nightmares for weeks, I'm sure. But we've certainly enjoyed it. We've certainly had fun. So thanks so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, as we watch Mavs UK collecting his prize on the podium. The drivers celebrating. Let's hop on to have a little look at the old standings here. Yari setting the fastest lap with a 1:26.9. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow from 3 PM for the F1 Championships. We've got 4 leagues coming to you between 3 and 7 o'clock. So don't miss any of the racing as it comes to you from the Sunday Race League. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe. Goodbye.